Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our informational video for beginning band and orchestra. My name is Miss Brazier, and I'm the band director at Trail Ridge Middle School.
And I'm Miss Gunderson, and I'm the orchestra director.
In our class, students don't need any prior experience. We're going to teach them everything they need to know. We're going to teach them how to hold and play the instrument. We're going to teach them how to read and play written music. And we're going to talk about the basics of music theory. What makes music sound the way it does?
So exciting.
First, we're going to talk about what instruments are available for your student to play, and then we're going to talk about renting versus buying. In band, students can choose to play the flute, the clarinet, the trumpet, the trombone, or percussion. Now, percussion is special. We highly suggest having background piano knowledge. Percussionists also will start on bells, and then in 6th grade, we'll get to drums.
Yeah, and for orchestra, you can play the violin, viola, cello. Violin is smaller, viola is kind of in the middle, it has a lower string, and then cello is the bigger one that they sit down to play. Double bass, they can begin to play in halfway through 5th grade year, or even at the beginning of 6th grade year. I recommend they start on another instrument first to develop some of those muscles, and then they can try out for the double bass. Renting is highly recommended with the beginning instruments. All of the music stores around here have a rent-to-own program, which means you pay a little as you go, pay a little interest, and then keep it when paid in full. There are some fast-track rental options at some of these music stores, so you can look into that, which means you would pay less interest over time. The reason it's better to rent, though, is because of the high-quality materials at the music store. You'll get a better sound on the instrument. When you get the instrument, it'll be set up correctly. Sometimes when you order from an online retailer, it comes to you and then you have to pay extra to get it set up at a local music store, and you end up paying more for that setup than you did originally to rent the instruments, no matter what it says online. So renting is definitely the way to go. The other thing is that accidents aren't, they will happen.
They will happen.
Yeah, it's not a matter of if, but when. So these rentals, if you pay, I think it's like $1 or $2 extra a month, come with a rental insurance program, where if anything were to have an accident or not, it would be covered in the store for it to be repaired. And then eventually you get to keep that instrument. Especially with orchestra, you're able to trade in for larger sizes as the student grows, so the instrument or the money paid toward the smaller instrument will go towards the cost of the larger instrument.
Band instruments are one size fits all, so we don't have to worry about that.
Lucky.
We have a couple of recommended area music stores where you can rent your instruments from. The first is Meyer Music. They have a couple of locations throughout Kansas City, and they rent for both band and orchestra. They're kind of a one-stop shop. For band instruments, there's also Olathe Band, which is very local and very nearby. With them, they are by appointment only just because they're a smaller operation.
Yeah, and Meyer Music is great for orchestra too, like she said, and they do have a representative that comes out to us and will take the instrument if it needs repair back to the shop and bring it back so that you don't have to travel into South Olathe to get that taken care of, or South Overland Park. Casey Strings is up on Johnson Drive. It's a violin shop. Violin shop just means they work on all of the orchestral instruments. They're all shaped like violins, so it's called a violin shop. And then Beautiful Music, if you ever go out that way, is in Lawrence. It's also a wonderful violin shop. Both of those are specific to strings.
Mm-hmm. We do have some suggested beginning materials for your future musician success. If you would like to, you can pause the video here and take note of these. But if you choose to rent through one of the stores that we suggested, they will offer a beginning maintenance kit for your student for a small price. They will also make sure that you have the right essential elements, measures of success book for your student, and then they will also offer a folding music stand.
Yes, and most of these come along with the rental itself, whereas if you were to purchase online, many of these you would have to purchase extra.
Mm-hmm. Students are going to have so much fun in our class. Yeah. We love our job. We love having fun with the students and making music with them.
It's the best job in the world.
It really is. Yeah. It really is. However, it's hard to take a math test without doing the math homework outside of class. And it's the same thing with music classes.
Oh yeah.
To prepare for a concert, students are going to see us every day, but they also need to do work outside of class. They need to practice. And we suggest 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, 3 to 4 times a week in the beginning. And then as they grow, as they get older, that'll increase little by little.
And this helps them develop that muscle memory because, you know, playing a violin is a completely new skill. Playing a clarinet is a completely new skill.
And reading music is a new language.
So we have to practice it. We have to practice to find success. We are so excited to work with your future musician. We cannot wait to have your student in our classroom. If you have any questions about band instruments
or orchestra instruments,
you can contact us. Our emails are on the screen here. If you have any general questions about the entire district band program, feel free to reach out to the high school director, Will Biggs. His email is also at the bottom of the screen.
Thank you for watching.
We hope to see you soon.